What's going on, guys? Talon here today, and with the game less than a month away, I wanted to finally give my quick thoughts on the beta and the changes coming to Conquest and Rush, although we really don't know what the changes are to Rush will be. So I'd like to offer just a few of my suggestions near the end of the video, and I hope that they will change, but I doubt they will, so it's really hard to say. So first off, overall, I thought I would rate the beta kind of as a decent success for what it was supposed to accomplish. It tested the servers out, and aside from that one day where I think for about 5 to 7 hours or so, when the servers were down, not sure, people said it was hacked or whatever, but the beta ran really smoothly. And it was a lot better than the last two games did on release. So that's kind of saying something. Now, that does not mean that there needs to be some work done before this game is released, however, which is obvious since it's a beta and does not represent the final product. So, first off, Conquest was kind of a shadow of its former self in the eyes of a lot of veterans for the Battlefield series. Yes, I know the changes were posted after the beta, and I'll get into those in a bit, but I wanted to cover what the beta did, and then what they're deciding to change now, and then kind of see, is it enough, was it too far, and all that kind of stuff. So, first off, because of the way the Conquest game mode worked in the beta, medics were all but pointless. The broken revive mechanic did not help either. And if you did not know, the revive mechanic is when you died and the medics could see the little revive con over your body. And then a timer could tell you how long they had until they get revived. And if you missed them, then they had to respawn. But dying does not reduce your tickets, so there's no point in even getting revived. A lot of people are just saying, skip revive, skip revive. They're like, there's just hold down the space bar button to, get to the spawn screen faster. So a lot of people were just doing that instead, so no one really got revived. And then I guess there was also, like I said before, there's a glitch with the revive mechanic, and if the body was there, but the guy died because the body got flown across the map or something like that, you had to be over there in order to revive him, so that didn't really help either. So, and also, kills do not contribute to the score in any way possible. So, now a lot of people, and I'll talk about this a little later, a lot of people, are always about, PTFO, play the objective. But in a way, getting a kill in the game does kind of contribute to it. You are taking care of guys who are maybe on the point or on the flag or at the base, and you are getting them off of that point so that you can capture it and you can get more points for your team. So, but that's not the case anymore right now. So a lot of people didn't like that either. And then this time, the points go up instead of down. In the past, Conquest started you off with a certain amount of points, and if the first person to hit 0, or the first team, then they just, they lost the battle. And that was not the case here. Now the points went up. And a lot of people didn't really like that, especially a lot of veterans. A lot of new players, I don't think they really had any preferences because they hadn't really played before, but a lot of people just didn't really like it. It didn't really allow for a lot of epic comebacks either. This was mostly due to how the new mechanics worked as well. So, one big thing that definitely contributed to this was the fact that there was no ticket bleed. Ticket bleed's gone, which means that a team can now just have one flag and their points still go up. Not as fast, but the points can still go up, which made absolutely no sense personally. And a ticket bleed, if you didn't know what it was, is essentially if there are 5 flags in total and you hold 3 and your opponent holds 2, their team will start to slowly lose tickets or bleed tickets. And a lot of people prefer that concept, but they don't have it now. It didn't have it in the beta, at least. And a lot of people were very mad about that. So there's, just everyone, a lot of the community just split 50-50 right now on what the beta was doing right, what it was doing wrong. And so it was kind of just all over the place right now. But now the beta is totally done. And so what do people think about it? What do we all, what are our thoughts on it? Now, a lot of people said that they liked the new system because it was forcing people like sniper campers and others who did not play the objective, and it would not allow them to receive points, and those who did PTFO would get more points, and that would show them in the scoreboard when the match ended and show who contributed most to the game, which was great. You want to say, hey, this person really helped contribute and everything. But the fact is, it did not take much skill to get to the top of the scoreboard. All you had to do was go around in a circle and cap the flags and keep on going. The community seemed to be split 50-50, with the older players hating it while the new players seemed to like it, like I stated before. So what has DICE done since the beta ended? Well, at least what they have told us at least is, first, kills will now count towards the score. So I think this is a step in the right direction, but what we don't know is, let's say if in the old system, if you were revived, you got 1 ticket added to your score since the score originally went down. But now, since points go up, well, does that minus a point now if I revive my teammate and it minuses a point from the other team since they got the kill and it added a point technically? We don't really know how that works yet, and they haven't really told us. Unless by the time you're watching this video, maybe they have, and I'm completely wrong. So please let me know down in the comments below. So as usual, though, they're kind of on the details at the moment. So, which is not very fun. And then also the revive mechanic, as they say has been fixed, which they kind of told us way back when the beta was still going. So we kind of knew that was going to be happening, so that's good. The light tank is also getting a nerf and some changes since it was clearly the best tank in the game. I like the variety of the tanks that they had. I liked the land ship, which is the 3-person one. But obviously the light tank was the most powerful of them all. Especially that secondary fire. The range on that thing was ridiculous. So I'm glad they're kind of nerfing that a bit. I don't think tanks necessarily were overpowered. It's just that not having any of the anti-tank weapons made it very hard to take out vehicles in the first place, and that made a lot of people going, oh, it's OP, it's OP, it's OP. It's like, I don't think it really was, guys. I think it was just simply we didn't have the weapons available. So, and also other classes are supposedly going to have earlier access now to some of the anti-tank weapons or anti-vehicle weapons, which are not supposed to be as good as the assault classes since their primary focus is taking out the vehicles, but we'll have to see exactly what those are. I've heard about mortars, I've heard about smaller anti-tank grenades, we'll have to see what comes up. So yeah, well, hopefully that just kind of works out there. But I guess overall, I thought the beta had its high points and its low points. Again, Conquest, I personally would prefer the old system over the new system. If I guess they can find a middle ground to please both the new players and the old players and the PTFO, and well, technically, even if you're not PTFOing, but you're in, say, like a jet or something like that, or not a jet since this is World War I, but an airplane, you are technically contributing. Anytime you take out an air vehicle, you are keeping bombers and other air vehicles from not taking out your troops on the ground. So that is technically contributing, but they don't get any points. It's kind of just like, well, yeah, but they're not PTFOing. It's like, well, technically they are. They are keeping you safe on the ground. And yes, I know you had the E flag, I believe, on the desert map, which you could, capture in the airplane. But let's face it, a lot of people didn't really do that, and there was no point. So hopefully they can find a way to fix that and make everybody happy. But personally, I would just go back to the old system because in the end, you are never going to stop snipers and campers and people not PTFOing, in your technical words, I guess, which, a lot of us hate when we're playing the game, but overall, you can't control everybody. So I think it's, what's the old saying again? If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Yes, Conquest was not perfect by any means in the past games, but it was a good system, and honestly, I don't think it was that broken, so I don't know why they changed it so much. I know they always say, like, it's our job to keep it fresh and unique for every game that comes out, but Conquest has been a staple in this series since it started in Battlefield, and personally, I just don't see the need for the changes. Honestly, I don't. So let me know what you guys think down below, though. If you are new and you have never played Conquest before, did you like the new system? Did you prefer the old one? If you maybe went back and played an older Battlefield after trying out the beta, what are your thoughts? Let me know down in the comments below. So overall, though, like I said before, I think the beta had its high and low points. I hope Rush will get better. I did a huge video on Rush already because they stated that they are making changes to it and fixing things, but they have not given us any details at the time of me making this video. I am skeptical about Rush since it seems that it always is on the back burner, especially the last couple games, which is really a shame because it was awesome in Bad Company 2. The only thing I can say is that they need to take away the restrictions of flanking behind the attackers and allow the boundaries to go just a little bit further. Not all the way back to your original deployment, but I think, to allow for some flanking to try and get behind the enemy. And I talked about that in my video, so I will leave that right down here at the bottom of the video as you are currently watching it right now. So hopefully you can go take a look at it. Go ahead and click the link if you want. And I'll also leave the link down in the description below in case something wonky goes with the annotations and stuff like that. Finally, I would also say to really make certain maps work for Rush or only have certain maps for Rush. They stated a while ago that they wanted to do this with the beta, before the beta came out, but the map we got was clearly made for Conquest and Rush was kind of just tacked onto it. And yet back at like E3, they said we want to make certain modes to certain maps. You know, now I'm clearly just judging this on the beta. We only had one map, so I could be completely wrong. I could eat my own words right now, but we don't know that yet. And unfortunately, that's the downside to a beta. You only get to play one map usually. But I really, really hope that Rush is not on the back burner again. I know Conquest is supposed to be the bread and butter of Battlefield, but a lot of people came in Bad Company 2, and a lot of us loved Rush, and we really, really want to see that come back strong and better than ever. So please, guys, please make that your priority as well. Just bring Conquest back to the way it was, honestly, with a few minor changes, I think, to emphasize more PTFOing and really give Rush the love it deserves, because it was not in a good spot in the beta. So hopefully they can get there, but I'm not really sure. So, like I said before, I'm only judging this one map, but next time they should try to show the public a map of Rush that is really good, or that they think they have truly made only for Rush. You know, what they could have done maybe is have this desert map for Conquest only, and then had another map for Rush. I think that would have been a little bit better, honestly, because when you say you want to make certain game modes to certain maps and then show off just one map with multiple game modes, you're kind of contradicting yourself, in my opinion. So, but like I said before, let me know down in the comments below what you thought, and did you even try it out, or did you not really care about Rush? Did you agree? Do you disagree? And let me know down below. Let's get a conversation going. There's no need to, you know, bite people's heads off for doing this and everything. Let's get a conversation. What do you think? What do I think? Do we agree on some things? Do we have some constructive criticism about each of our thoughts? You know, so let me just know down below. Anyway, everyone, that's going to be it for the video. Let me know, again, your thoughts below. Did you play the beta? Are you picking up Battlefield 1, or do you not really care? You don't really like it? What game mode did you like the best, Rush or Conquest? More Battlefield tips and tricks will be coming out when the game's released. A lot of you like this kind of idea for my stream when I talked about it, along with Xenoverse 2 being more of a streaming game where I can do a few videos on it, but more streaming and doing, I guess, some of the multiplayer and stuff and some of the story guides while streaming it on the weekends, which I think would be pretty cool. And more Dokkan coming out tomorrow as well, as always, since that's what my channel mainly is about right now at this moment in time. So yeah, hope you all enjoyed. Leave your likes down below, and I'll see you in the next one.